Hey everybody, Zachary Bach here. Thank you for staying with us in the 1026 Club. Today we're going to dive into each step of the sales process. So the first one that we're going to start with is prospecting. So prospecting, if you're not prospecting, you're out of business. I said that before, I'll say it 1,000 more times. You have to constantly be prospecting. The thing is, a lot of real estate agents are told how to prospect. It's not based on their strengths and weaknesses. They're just told, go do this because it worked for me. Right? Go do this because somebody else was successful. How often do you see another real estate agent doing something and you think, well, I need to be doing that because they're having success. But you don't think to yourself, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What do I enjoy doing? Because if you do something consistently, but you hate doing that thing, you're going to get burned out. And then you're eventually probably going to give up, or you're just going to hate life. And nobody wants to hate life. Okay, so we're going to dive into prospecting first. So the first thing to decide, like I said, is how you want to prospect. Okay, do you want to hold open houses? Do you want to do online lead generation? Do you want to circle prospect? Do you want to work your sphere of influence? This goes all the way back to the 7 business types in real estate. Once you've established what type of business you want to run, then you need to decide how often you're going to prospect, how you're going to prospect, what you're going to do. And so if it's holding open houses, that's an easy one. Go stick your butt in some open houses and hold them, right? If you're going to door knock, then you got to go door knocking. If you're going to work your sphere of influence, you got to be calling them, right? Cold calling, online lead gen. If it's a nonprofit, if you're a social type person and you're doing that social sphere of influence, how are you going to prospect? The next thing is you need to decide how much time you're going to dedicate. Of course, we've got what I call the 75-25 rule. 75% of your business generation, lead generation, should be in your primary business type, and 25% in a secondary business type. Or if you want to, you could do 60-20-20. You can do 60 in your primary and then 20 in 2 other ones to diversify just a little bit, because it's not a bad thing as long as you can be consistent in all 3. That's the biggest thing. It's hard enough for people to be consistent with 1, let alone 3. But if you've really mastered the consistency and you've mastered your calendar, then you could potentially do 60-20-20. Okay? One of the biggest things with prospecting where people mess up is multitasking. They think they can multitask. You can't. Nobody can. It's a lie. Okay? You have to dedicate yourself to the task at hand. And that task is prospecting. So you can put a sign on your door that says, leave me alone. If the house is not on fire, leave me alone. Right? I'm prospecting. It's a matter of not being on social media unless you're prospecting on social media, right? It's a matter of whatever you are doing. When you are prospecting, all you're doing is prospecting. You're ignoring phone calls. You're not checking your email. You're not looking at Facebook Messenger. You're not scrolling Instagram. You are doing nothing except actually prospecting. Okay? If that's calling, if that's door knocking, whatever it is, you are dedicated to the singular task of prospecting, and that's it. The second that you start getting distracted while prospecting, you're done. So you have to have the mental fortitude to choose to only do the one thing at hand, which is prospecting. You have to be dedicated, okay? The next thing kind of goes hand in hand is having a dedicated set schedule to your prospecting. We've talked about this already. We've talked about setting up that schedule, that daily, weekly, monthly schedule. Okay, you need to know, what are my prospecting hours? And you don't schedule anything else during that time. You're not going to breakfast with friends. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. You're not doing home inspections during that time. You are dedicating that time to prospecting. Simple as that. Now, maybe your prospecting is only 2 days a week. Maybe it's 3 days a week. Maybe you do it 5 days a week like I used to. But whatever the time that you have set aside for prospecting, that is dedicated to prospecting, and that's it. You got to trust me on this. If you don't dedicate the time to prospecting, you will be out of business. 90% failure rate in this industry. 90% of the people that you went through real estate school with, when you sat there in the big room and you took your test and all those people passed, 90% of them will not make it in this industry because they do not prospect. They do not take the time to generate clients, right? And then a lot of the people that do, they end up spinning their wheels because they're prospecting in 47 different ways versus focusing on the one strong suit for them, on the one thing that they truly want to do. So this is what I got for you guys for prospecting. Let me know if you got any questions. Once again, my name is Zachary Bach. Thank you so much for being a part of the 1026 Club. We're going to hop on the next sales step, and let's rock and roll. I appreciate y'all. Have a good day.